How many more mornings are you going to wake up, staring at the ceiling, feeling that hollow ache in your chest because you're living a life that belongs to someone else? You're trapped in the American cycle of just enough. Just enough money to pay the interest on your student loans. Just enough energy to scroll through TikTok until your brain turns to mush. Just enough hope to survive until Friday. But today, the matrix ends. I'm going to give you the 4 psychological triggers that will burn your old life to the ground and build a goddamn empire from the ashes. Listen closely, because this is the secret they don't want you to know. The first emotion is disgust. Most people think disgust is negative. They're wrong. Disgust is the most productive emotion in the human repertoire. It's the day you finally look at your bank account. You look at that $7 Starbucks latte you bought with a credit card you can't pay off. And you say, I have had it. You've had it with being mediocre. You've had it with the 9-to-5 grind that pays you just enough to stay alive, but not enough to actually live. I remember being 25, lying to a Girl Scout at my door because I didn't have $5 for cookies. That was my had it day. I decided right then, I will never be this pathetic again. You need to get angry at your own excuses. Go into your closet, rip down the clothes that represent your average self, and vow that you will never fit into that identity again. Disgust isn't the end, it's the beginning. Next comes decision. Most of you are paralyzed by choice poverty. You lie awake in a cold sweat, wondering if you should start the business, if you should quit the job, if you should leave the toxic relationship. This is an inner civil war, and it's draining your battery. Listen to me. Progress requires blood. You have to kill the version of yourself that hesitates. My mentor told me, if it's easy, do it easy. If it's hard, do it hard. Just get it done. The moment you decide, the universe stops resisting you. Decision is the knot in your stomach, but action is the blade that cuts it. The third trigger is desire. You can't buy desire, and you can't fake it. It's that shadow work where you admit what you actually want. Do you want the house in the Hamptons? Do you want the freedom to fly to Spain on a Tuesday just because you felt like it? Admit it. Stop pretending you're happy with comfortable. Desire is a sleeping giant inside you. It might be triggered by a song, a conversation, or the bitter taste of a failure. Don't build walls to protect yourself from disappointment. Those same walls keep out the greatness. Let life touch you. Let it burn you if it has to, but don't you dare stay numb. The final emotion, the one that makes you invincible, is resolve. 2 words, I will. Resolve means staking your entire existence on your purpose. It's the I'll do it or die mentality. In the US Navy SEALs, they have a saying, slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. That's resolve. It's the promise you make to yourself that you will never give up. Think about a baby learning to walk. How long do you give the baby before you tell it to quit? You don't. The baby keeps going until it walks. Why aren't you applying that same logic to your bank account, to your health, to your legacy? But here is the dark truth. Affirmation without discipline is the beginning of delusion. You can chant I'm rich all day while walking west looking for a sunrise. You're still going to be broke and confused. You have to back up your emotions with cold, hard discipline. Look at history. When the Jewish people survived the Holocaust, they didn't just say, never again. They built a nation, They built an army. They backed up their words with the national treasure and their very lives. You need a game plan that matches your wishes, or your wishes will become your funeral. I want you to take 4 questions home tonight, and I want them to haunt you. First, why? Why work that hard? Why read those books? Why push yourself when everyone else is sleeping? Second, why not? What else are you going to do with your life? Watch Netflix until you die. Why not see how far you can go? Why not see how much influence you can exert on this planet? Third, why not you? You see people on Fifth Avenue. You see them in the sidewalk cafes of Paris. You see them gazing at the Mona Lisa. Do you think they are made of different atoms than you? They are not. They just make different choices. Why shouldn't you be the one drinking in an Arizona sunset? Why shouldn't you be the one with the view from the top? And finally, why not now? Why postpone your greatness for a tomorrow that never comes? Start the journal, make the contact, buy the book, do it now. You are a unique biological miracle, but even miracles need help. Do your part. Work as if everything depends on you, and pray as if everything depends on God. There's an old story about a man who turned a rock pile into a gorgeous garden. A traveler said, "God has blessed you with a beautiful garden." The gardener replied, "You should have seen this place when God had it all to himself. The soil is ready. The seeds are in your hand. But the sweat must be yours. Stop being a spectator in your own life. Author your story from scratch. And start right now."